the Chinese chicken. You have a drumstick and your brain stops sticking.
To do it, it will be hilarious the whole time. If you get fucking Sardako and Ompi to do it, terrible. Write loser on their forehead and marker for a stream. Speak only in rhymes for a stream. Go up to random strangers in org and say pickup line decided by Soda until someone gives them a positive response. Viewers will just ruin that. Go around org asking people if they have a moment to spare to discuss their Lord and Savior.
Such a dream come true of being able to create the things
Oh.
that
Are we starting?
brought me so much happiness over the years.
Until I landed here in Irvine and went into the Blizzard campus, I literally didn't believe it was happening. I went into my office and on the door sign.
I see 8 more minutes in the top right. I think we're just gonna do like emotional 30-year bullshit.
One day and I completely geeked out.
Which is
so
great,
strange coming into work
but
and
I don't care.
realizing, oh, I work on this thing now. I get to contribute to the world in whatever way that I can, and then seeing it go live in game, whether that's a couple months afterwards or even up to a year after I finish the task, seeing people react to it it's amazing, honestly.
I do find this art really cool.
For me, playing with my friends is probably the best part of World of Warcraft. Like, a lot of the memories I
my
have
fucking
growing up
coffee.
were just things I did with my friends.
I really like the communities in our games, especially in World of Warcraft. I've made a lot of friends. Definitely some of my closest friends are people that I've met playing World of Warcraft. I've gone to a few different weddings of people that I met playing WoW.
WoW means
What a
lot
loser.
to me. I met my wife playing World of Warcraft, so it is a game that
Cringe.
means an awful lot to me personally.
I met my wife through the game. She asked if we wanted to play arena together. We talked more
That's sweet.
than play. So I got to know her a little better. And many years later, we have a family together and we're still playing WoW.
Okay, that's really wholesome.
I would say there's maybe a good 50 to 100 people that I've come across and stayed connected with in my personal life and in professional life that we really strengthened our bond playing.
Do we need
World
the
of
battle
Warcraft
music
together.
though? Right now? Okay. I guess we kind of do. That's not where that boss goes. Where's this cinematic from? That's Warcraft 3? I didn't know Dalaran was showcased in one of those cutscenes. Cool. I'm not a real fan, I guess.
On Hearthstone and just in the Warcraft franchise and at Blizzard in general is something I've always dreamed about.
To work on this game that I've played and been a fan of for most of my adult life, it's a dream come true. I think to work on World of Warcraft was something I could have never imagined.
My job entails as a senior test analyst, being on the team, working on Warcraft Rumble. It's an incredible experience. And again, since I love the game anyways, I have the passion for it, right? So I love to just be a part of that whole experience.
I work in localization. I play on the Taiwanese realm, so I see firsthand players all over the world able to enjoy the game in the language that they are used to. It is a great feeling to see that.
Way back in the day, I was 12 years old, and somehow I ended up in a guild with a bunch of guys that were in their late 20s. They really enjoyed outdoor PvP, and even though I was a lower level, I would still join them from time to time, let them use me as bait for Alliance players. My favorite memory is actually when I dueled my guild master.
I guarantee you he wasn't allowed to talk.
I managed to beat him, and then for the first time ever, I unmuted my mic, and with the most high-pitched, squeaky, prepubescent voice, I told him, How does it feel getting beaten by a 12-year-old?
We had what we called computer time. So like our parents would
That's
ration
actually
how much
that hurts.
time we would have for using a computer, where we'd have like 2 hours on, I would have like 2 hours on a Monday, Ryan would have 2 hours on a Tuesday or something. So yeah, we would have to trade off in that sense. Some days we might trade hours or...
Yeah, we used to sometimes save some of our allowance money to buy hours from each other to have more computer time.
My first game was Warcraft 3 Reign of Chaos in the Warcraft universe. And then from there, I expanded beyond to the Frozen Throne. I have a lot of memories playing a lot of
one could
custom
say it was an
games.
expansion.
You know, a lot of those tower defense games that are super fun.
I was one of the main healers in our raid group. And I was home for the summer from college, and my parents had just gotten a puppy. And I was like, oh, my puppy's been really quiet. That's unusual. And I kind of lean over past my laptop, and she had gotten into one of my artist pens, and she just had ink everywhere. And me naturally being like, worried because I thought one of the ink pens was toxic. I was like, oh my God, my puppy's gonna die. Did not explain further than that through the laptop. And
I just noticed her shirt.
Entire raid. And that's one of my favorite stories of how my puppy killed 25 people in World of Warcraft.
It's not even hardcore WoW, so who cares?
PvP, and I think I went on a 10-win streak once. I'm not that good, but I love it. And I think I went on a 10-win streak once in the arena, and I didn't even think about it. It just happened, and it's pretty awesome.
I still remember the first time I went to BlizzCon.
Okay.
The 2017 BlizzCon. I was really excited. First time getting to see all of these big announcements for all these different games live.
I guess these devs just get interviewed, have no idea what they're gonna get asked, and they just spew some shit. They're not ready for it. Someone asked me what my favorite WoW memory was. I don't know what I'd say. Land 3's arena? There's a lot of different moments that come up that stand out.
I've been mired in Azeroth since the RTS days, and I haven't left since.
I've been playing World of Warcraft for about 15 years now.
Get a life, nerd.
Which is pretty wild to think about.
I have been playing the same character, a human frost mage, for all 15 years.
Yeah, I've been playing World of Warcraft for 20 years. Actually started like early alpha and beta.
I've been playing World of Warcraft, I guess, 21 years. I started playing when I was 5 years old.
Yikes.
A lot of our systems and our code is, 20 plus years old. I've found files that were written before I was born.
I lived in San Diego at the time.
This guy's a
and
loser.
I heard that there was a midnight signing, and I got signatures from everybody who was there who worked on the game previously. And it's so good connecting with people who actually signed it for me. And, we get to share in like this experience of, I was such a passionate fan, and, you signed this, and now I get to work with you as a professional.
It's like a yearbook.
Whether you want to just chill out and be solo and enjoy the world, or you want to like get in deep with your guildmates and like raid as hard as you can, there's a little something for everyone, and there's space for everyone to have a really satisfying experience, no matter your playstyle.
The future of Hearthstone's looking very bright. There's always cool new cards coming out. We've got plenty of ways for both new and returning players to get into the game.
There is magic here, and I think that magic will continue for the next 30, 40, 50 years, and I'm excited for what's to come.
Wow, that's a lot of cosplays. Okay. What's the chat saying? What? No way, asking for drops. Epic. Is this Warcraft 1? Oh, God.
Warcraft has always been my peace and my outlet.
I have such a deep love for everything inside Azeroth.
I thought
I'm gonna move on eventually, as if it was just any other game. And it wasn't.
I was a very introverted person, I was lonely, and then I accidentally stumbled upon World of Warcraft. I even ended up in a guild, and in the guild I even made some friends.
And we always come together to
Are they having
enjoy
streamers
the
get
moments
shown?
that we
Why am I
create
not
in
here?
this game. Whether they're fun, competitive.
Interview me.
You sent me a whispering name going, my water just broke. And I said, oh my goodness, I guess we better go to hospital. And you said, nah, let's kill this dragon.
And we did.
Hearthstone changed my life.
I cannot picture my life without WoW.
Oh my god!
They even got Grubby? Where am I?
Thank you,
I
Warcraft,
played with
for
Grubby.
giving everything that you gave us so far. Here's to like 100 years more.
When I say World of Warcraft saved my life, I really mean it.
Okay. We're gonna end on that note. Okay. That statue's cool. They have to clean it with a flamethrower.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Warcraft 30th Anniversary Direct. I'm Holly Longdale, the executive producer for World of Warcraft. Alongside Hearthstone, Warcraft Rumble, and the Warcraft real-time strategy games, we are all honored to be here to celebrate some big milestones with you and talk about the future. Many of us began our Warcraft adventures as players before we became developers at Blizzard. No matter which game we
I
work
just see
on,
them
we
collecting all
share
the
a
fucking
deep love for the Warcraft
footage to
universe.
walk down a hallway while
Today,
talking.
each of the Warcraft development teams will be sharing what's coming up. Some of it next year, some just a few weeks from now.
So much pre-roll
and some
farming.
will even be available today. So whether you've been traversing the plains of Azeroth with a view from above, or chilling in the Hearthstone Tavern, sorting out your minis for your Rumble machine, or pursuing Xalatath in Khazalgar, thank you so much for taking the time to join us. Now, what better place to begin than with the games that
I've got a
started
busy
it
day
all?
today. Can we? Let's not
Here's
release
Brad
things today.
Sham
Let's do like
from
a
the
week from now.
Warcraft RTS team.
Oh no.
It's kind of funny how life ends up. I actually never thought about ever being a developer. When I was younger, I just wanted to play video games. Back in 2007, I was at a regional qualifier playing a game called Warcraft 3. After I qualified for the tournament, someone came up to me, gave me his card, and was like, hey, we're looking for experienced RTS players to join our design team. Naturally, I said I wasn't interested. I was gonna go to the Nationals, win that, go to the Worlds, win that, easy. Well, it was a good thing I kept that guy's card, because 16 years later, here I am, working on a game that remains so
Wait,
important
repeat
to
that.
me
I wasn't
and
listening.
so
What did
many
he say?
players around the world. Throughout my career, I've stuck to a few guiding principles. When something is broken, you fix it. When something is wrong, you make it right. And if things aren't good enough, you make them better. So without further ado, I'm here to announce patch 2.0 for Warcraft 3 Reforged.
I didn't expect that.
Available now, this patch
Reforged,
overhauls the environments
Reforged?
and lighting and revamps the user interface. In addition,
Okay.
we are up-resing all classic Warcraft 3 assets to HD. You can now customize the type of assets you want to play with and even mix and match if you like. We have also included a bunch of quality of life changes, such as in-game hotkey customization, a revamped ladder, and much, much
double the Reforged.
We hope you enjoyed this update, which will be available to everyone who owns Reforged. Now, I'm not just here to talk about Warcraft 3. We're also here celebrating 30 years of Warcraft. So not only will Reforged be receiving an update today, but we are also releasing fully remastered versions of Warcraft 2 and 1. So you can experience the story from the very beginning.
Maybe, you know what? I might play through
These
that.
remasters
I've never
have
played Warcraft
brand
1
new
and 2.
hand-drawn visuals that capture
Okay,
the original art
I
style
don't know.
from each
No,
game.
never
And
mind.
you'll be able to swap between the original
That's
graphics
it.
and the remastered versions in real time.
That's cool.
For Warcraft 1, we added modern controls such as right-click move, bandbox select, and a faster game speed. Both games have also received various UI and UX improvements, such as tooltips and health bars, mission select screen, and an increased unit selection. Warcraft 2 will still have multiplayer functionality, and all legacy custom maps will still be fully compatible and playable. We are also bringing back the Warcraft Battle Chest, which will include Warcraft 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, that's cool.
So here's the 30 years of Warcraft, and I can't think of a better way than reliving the story from the very beginning.
All right, now just imagine.
Did I mention? This is all available right now.
Okay. Imagine the Reforge is all fucked up and terrible. 40-year anniversary. We messed up again. Wait. But hey, we'll fix it.
Must lead your people to their destiny.
Warcraft 3 started an update? Damn, did it? It's actually the only game I downloaded on my new PC was classic WoW and Warcraft 3. Yeah. That's pretty good.
Aye, Captain. Work completed.
By your command.
I heard that shaman buffs.
Now, we are one.
Spoilers. Okay. All right, Warcraft players are eating really good today.
Job's done.
Despite what a lot of you think, I do not know what was going to be announced for Warcraft.
It's pretty amazing to think that Hearthstone turns 10 this
That's
year.
cool.
It's been such an incredible
I thought it was going to be Warcraft
decade.
2 or some shit I don't care
Together,
about.
we've made the tavern a place for sharing joy, excitement,
I don't
and
care
some
about any of
very
this.
tall tales indeed. We've made friends with Murlocs, battled old gods, and now we're traveling through space. But for me, the most incredible thing of all is that I get to work on my favorite game with such an amazing team. Ever since Hearthstone came out, we've been with you on that road to legend. I remember on my first climb to legend, I had played something like 500 games in 1 month. And as the clock ticked to midnight, I was 2 wins away and didn't make it.
It's kind of
But I
weird that
played
he's
another
reading a
500
teleprompter while
games
telling the
following
story.
month and made it. Shout out to Darkshire Councilman. But those 1,000 games pale in comparison to the more than 160 billion games that we've all played over the last decade. And that's not counting Battlegrounds. Can you believe that it's been 5 years since the mode launched at BlizzCon?
I can't believe
That's 5 years of building Death Rattle Beast comps, magnetizing mechs, completing quests, and collecting trinkets. It's been awesome to watch Battlegrounds grow from what was pitched as the biggest tavern brawl ever into what it is today. We are so thankful to our community for being with us over this incredible decade, and we're looking forward to the next 10 years in the tavern together. The future is packed with even more places to explore and adventures to share. More expansions, more mini sets, and more surprises. Now, let's take a look at what's just around the corner.
One of the amazing things of working at Blizzard is getting to watch other teams pushing the boundaries on their own games. I think we're all genuinely fans of what our coworkers are up to. It's really special when we find moments to collaborate.
Nice pre-roll.
What's up, everybody? I hope you're enjoying your adventures among the stars in the great
Calm
dark
down.
beyond. We loved working on this expansion and wanted to take our next mini set further into the cosmos than ever before.
Evening, gamers.
Prepare to travel beyond Azeroth, beyond Warcraft, and into Heroes of StarCraft.
Oh no.
I'm super excited for this mini set. It's the first time we've ever explored another universe this deeply in Hearthstone. A ton of people on the team, so much love.
They
for
could
StarCraft.
like rename
So
it
being able
Heroes
to
of the
bring it into
Storm
the
and just
Hearthstone
get
Tavern
every
has
game.
been incredible.
Bring all the
Some
games
might
in.
say it's a about time. Obviously, we knew we had to go big. The Zerg, Terran, and Protoss factions are represented on cards via a faction banner. Not only do the cards in each faction work well with one another, they're also usable across multiple classes. Each of the factions also has a hero card featuring one of the most iconic faces from StarCraft. The Zerg are led by the Queen of Blades herself, Sarah Kerrigan. She gives Death Knights, Hunters, Warlocks, and Demon Hunters access to an aggro playstyle with near endless swarms of Zerg cards. After all, what would a StarCraft mini set even be without its own version of a Zerg rush? For the Protoss, we have the legendary Artanis, seeking to unify his people. He grants his powers to druids, mages, priests, and rogues. He focuses on powerful, high mana cost units, and uses the psionic powers of the Protoss to make those cards cheaper. And finally, who else could we have to lead the Terran besides the iconic Jim Raynor?
Iconic.
Thanks to him,
Classic.
warriors, paladins, and shamans will get a hold of the new starship keyword from the main set. But these aren't your average starships. They're battle cruisers. When we first started working on this mini set, we went to the team and asked, what does this need to have in order to truly feel like StarCraft? We've made sure to represent as many units from StarCraft as possible. There's even one character from Warcraft that snuck their way into the set. Grunty, the Terran armored Murloc.
Okay.
On top of everything else, Heroes of StarCraft has more cards than any mini set we've done before. There's so much to explore here. So many strategies, so many interactions, and so much StarCraft nostalgia. And we might have some special music as well, just for the occasion. Heroes of StarCraft is coming in January.
All bullshit aside, I don't play Hearthstone at all, and that won't make me play it. But that is cool.
Some big changes to Arena.
I'm sure Hearthstone players, the 5 of them, are really excited.
As Leo mentioned, Arena is getting a major glow up. But first, let's talk about what makes Arena special.
Crip, oh, he's
Arena
so happy.
is Hearthstone's premium draft mode, where you build your own deck from scratch at the start of every run. It's all about you flexing your deck building skills and card knowledge to defeat your opponents. And believe it or not, Arena has stayed mostly the same for 10 years. So we thought it was finally time for a little bit of an update.
Crip plays
From
Bazaar
on,
now?
There will be
Is that his
two
Path
kinds
of
Arena
Exile?
to choose from.
Is he gonna wear a
Normal Arena
Bazaar
has
shirt to a Hearthstone
It lets
tournament?
you complete your runs more quickly, but still gives you that awesome competitive arena experience. And after you've established yourself in the normal arena, you'll be able to descend into the dark, dank cellar of the tavern, where challengers are engaging in high-stakes card play in our underground arena. Underground has a distinctive basement aesthetic, longer runs, and a new feature we call Redraft on Loss. This means that when you lose, you'll have the option to redraft cards and edit your deck, refining it to up your chances of winning as you take on more hardened challengers. We heard you also want a way to show off that you're an arena champion. We got you. Arena ratings will be available for both the normal and underground modes. Ranking for the two are separate, with the usual skill-based matchmaking in normal arena. But in underground arena, you'll be throwing caution to the wind and facing off against opponents of all skill levels. Whether you're an arena veteran or maybe you just haven't clicked that arena button in a while, we hope these changes offer you another exciting way you can enjoy your time in the tavern with us. And I'm happy to tell you all of this will be coming in the first half of next year. Now, here's Tyler to share even more of what's in store for Hearthstone.
So that gives them more than 6 months to release this.
Hey everyone. As you can see, we've got a lot of really exciting things planned for the next few updates.
Hyped.
But what kind of game director would I be if I didn't spill even more beans about what's coming next? It's going to be the year of the Raptor, and you'll be going on some awesome adventures in some of your favorite Azeroth locations. Next year, we kick things off with one of our most requested settings as we journey into the Emerald Dream. Here, you'll find yourself in the middle of a legendary face-off between the Druids of the Emerald Dream and the forces of the Old Gods. They'll be fighting a high-stakes battle over the fate of the World Tree in our first expansion of the year. And things are going to heat up even more when the Druids of the Flame light up the mini-set. Our second expansion is also Hearthstone's first ever sequel, as we go back to Ungoro Crater. Join Elise on the hunt for a mythical lost Tortolan city. Spoiler alert, keep an eye on that volcano. after uncovering the secrets of the Lost City, take part in a grand celebration in the 33.4 mini set. The party-loving Tortolans are hosting a festival in honor of the mighty dinosaurs of the crater, and we'd hate for you to miss out on all that fun. Closing out the year is our third expansion, where you'll travel with Chromie through alternate realities to recruit legendary Warcraft heroes like you've never seen them before. This all leads to an epic showdown against Murazond at the end of time, and you won't believe what happens next. You've seen just how much we've got in store for you over the next year. Heroes of StarCraft, revamped arena, and 3 awesome expansions. We're incredibly excited, and we hope you're incredibly excited.
No.
Thank you so much for being part of this incredible journey. 10 years in, and our adventures in the tavern together are only just beginning.
All right, what's next?
Blizzard has this awesome tradition of sharing the journey that each team took to bring their games to life. I think this museum is a beautiful way to
Incredible
relive memories
pre-roll.
of development and share that passion with the rest of Blizzard. What's up, everyone? It's been about a year since I stood on the main stage of BlizzCon and we launched Warcraft Rumble together with all of you.
Okay.
And what a year it's been. All of us on the team have had so much fun watching you dig into our game and explore the hero collection, the army building, the nail-biting finishes. You beat over 900 million bosses.
I would try
And
this
on the
game
matter of Alliance versus
if I
Horde, you picked Team Jaina almost 10% more.
ever found
But
myself in a
maybe,
position
most
to have
importantly,
to.
You've summoned over 1 billion angry chickens. That's 2 billion chicken wings.
Cut.
In just a
Go back
second,
one.
we're
Jeremy, we're trying to shoot Rumble here.
Oh, Rumble? Oh, I know a little bit about that. Scoot the camera. Cool. Awesome. When we started working on Warcraft Rumble, we wanted to make something that harkened back to our strategy roots. Like the first time I booted up Warcraft 2 on my dad's Power Mac 7100 66 AV. I'm stoked to play those new remasters. But we also wanted to do something in our universe that we'd never done before. So we started imagining that maybe somewhere in the Hearthstone Tavern, there was a mysterious arcade machine that printed miniature versions of the heroes and villains of Azeroth and zapped them to life for you to collect and command. In those kind of early days when we were establishing the art style of
Whatever.
Warcraft Rumble,
I'm
we
being
wanted a
told to
sense of
open Warcraft 3
tactility.
right
We
now
wanted
and
to
look
be
at the
able to
menu
pick
from
up and touch
SMG.
the art that we were creating inside of the computer. So some of us
But I'll
went
just
and
wait till
printed
this is
minis,
over.
painted them up like this, and that's kind of really where all this came from. All of these minis were painted by our team. And, well, if I'm a little bit biased, but this little guy's my favorite.
It's not going anywhere.
What does that say underneath?
Oh, under here? Yeah. Oh, it says Jeremy. But we've done more than paint minis since our game launched.
I don't get it.
We've added new dungeons and at least one new mini every single season. We've got the Dark Moon Fair, new zones, and a whole new family feud experience in the game.
Oh, it's
we
a
added
Toy
our
Story.
first
Yeah,
raid,
okay.
Molten Core, and laid siege to Stormwind. In our latest season, we even bust down the doors of Ironforge. And we ain't stopping there, are we, Vic?
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about what's coming up. Starting right now, if you hop into Rumble, we're running our first anniversary event with some truly excellent loot.
We're celebrating 1 year of Warcraft Rumble, so if you jump in after the stream, you'll be able to snag some super cool rewards, like the very valuable looking gold kobold, which we affectionately call the Kogald. Okay, have you scanned this thing yet? Great.
We've also been working on something really exciting.
I just
for
don't
later
play
in the
mobile
season.
games.
There are some characters in Warcraft that don't fit so cleanly into just one.
But I
of
feel
our
like it's
families.
just like
so we're adding split.
maybe like
leaders.
Western
These
society
leaders
does it as
belong
much
to
because
two
we
families at the
drive
same time, which
places.
really
We don't
expands
have
the
public
possibilities of how you
transportation
build
as
out
much.
your armies. And we're not just
But
adding.
then
one
EU also
sport.
doesn't.
We're starting with
China
3.
does.
Up first, fighting for the Alliance and Cenarian families is
I don't know.
Malfurion Stormrage. And representing the Horde and
Kids
Blackrock
do.
families, we got
Bad
Chieftain and
take.
former War Chief Orgrim Doomhammer. And finally, leading Undead and
So you were
Beasts
30.
is Anu Barak.
Okay.
But before any of these 3 new leaders join the fight, we're going to be reworking one that we released this time last year. So
Like, I actually only use my phone to call people, and I don't even text.
Place among both the Horde and Undead. We've got an awesome season ahead of us and can't wait for you to check it out.
There was a
We'll be
reason to
right
play
there with
mobile
you.
games
To our amazing
do sell
fans,
so well. I
thank
don't play
you for
either,
an
but they
incredible
make
first
bank.
year of Warcraft Rumble, and for
Yeah,
your unwavering
but they also have
support.
a large player
Your
base.
passion fuels our creativity.
I just
and
don't know where
truly
they
drives us
are.
forward. But there was one more thing we wanted to talk about. Jeremy? Right? There was one more thing we wanted to talk about, right?
Nope. That's all I had. See you later.
Not the worst skit I've ever seen, but okay. Oh, it's gonna be something in World of Warcraft. Some Warcraft Rumble WoW. But is it gonna be cross-play with mobile phones? It's gonna be an in-game Warcraft Rumble. Or it's on PC now? Okay. Like, I'm not gonna... My day doesn't change. That's fine. Go for it.
We are so excited that you're here to celebrate 20 years of World of Warcraft with us. When the game first came out in 2004, I remember Facebook had just launched. I'd been in the game industry for a handful of years when I picked up WoW.
Warcraft launched at the same time as
I was in
Facebook?
awe. Even when I was running about and
I thought
exploring
MySpace
on my Night Elf Hunter,
came out at the same
I made
time.
friends who would group with me and tackle just about anything, including
Okay.
helping me save 40 gold for my first mount. I loved it. I still do, just like many of you. And as most of you know, the game saw
The college Zuck version?
absolutely
Okay.
explosive growth in the early years and brought multiplayer gaming to the mainstream. That in turn created countless friendships, camaraderie, and escape for people every day. It still does 20 years later.
All right, say something cool.
We dug into our history and discovered that across 2 decades, together, we've accumulated 1 billion days of time played in Azeroth.
That's actually lower than I thought it would
So
be.
many of you have joined us over
But
the
I
years.
guess you don't
Some of
fathom
you
how
have
big a
met
billion is.
partners in the world and gotten
I guess it's one of those moments.
Some of you have even named your kids and pets after characters and locations in the game. Veterans from all over the world. Those who are hearing or visually impaired or have physical challenges. We've welcomed seniors, even whole families playing together with their kids, and so many more who call our world home. No matter who you are, when you come
Is that
to
Sarth?
Azeroth, you
Yeah, it
can
was
live
Sarth.
how you want and be who you want to be. It's a gift for so many, and certainly to us. We feel it every day.
Okay.
One of those special stories is live now on Netflix in a documentary called The Remarkable Life of Evelyn. Maud Steen, who played a character named Evelyn, lived a life in Azeroth that he couldn't in the real world. He suffered from Duchenne muscular dystrophy for most of his life and fought it courageously alongside his incredible family.
I looked away
who
for a
I'm
second.
proud
What are we
to have
talking
met
about?
And fallen in love with. Because of Mott's and his roleplay guild called Starlight, his family discovered the power of online game communities and advocate for gaming around the world as a source of joy and companionship. Sadly, Mott's was taken from this world and Azeroth far too soon.
Okay. What?
Because of Mott's
My vibes?
and stories like his, we were inspired to create a charity pet program for classic and our modern game to support Cure Duchenne, a nonprofit organization
sweet.
dedicated to improving and extending the lives of those affected by Duchenne muscular dystrophy. We want to thank you in
Duchenne.
advance for giving to this cause that offers support to people just like Mott's. This little cutie is Revan, and he's available until January 6th. He was inspired by the detective agency Mott's created for his busy roleplay life in Azeroth.
Oh, they made a little thing. That's pretty cool.
Right now, we have our 20th anniversary celebration running in-game. We've got modernized Tier 2 armor sets, classic time walking, new world bosses, trading post items, rewards, and more with all that nostalgic flavor. In the War Within expansion that we released a few months ago, we've taken the leap into the first chapter of the World Soul Saga. More coming on that. And of course, Classic is always cooking. But this moment is about you. You're the thundering heart of World of Warcraft and always have been. Stay tuned as we share what we are serving up for you. And thanks for making Azeroth a place you call home.
Hey everyone! Clay and I are so excited to be here today during this anniversary celebration to talk about what's coming up for WoW Classic.
I can't believe that after 20 years, my Orc Warrior is still finding new adventures in Azeroth. Shout out to all my buds on Tichondrius.
Feels like just yesterday I was on my Night Elf Druid, ganking some buddies on the Teneris realm at the Crossroads.
Who the fuck played Tichondrius?
Being on the Classic team and getting to help contribute to
In
this
Classic, I'm confused.
incomparable legacy, which has breathed new life into the original Classic experiences, I'm not sure anything compares to it. I love how vocal and passionate our player base is, not only about what parts of WoW's history they want to see come back, but also their passion for things we try and have experimented with.
Speaking of us taking some pretty big swings, in Season of Discovery, we've loved watching you use your new class abilities, take on our all-new level-up raids,
Too many
secrets,
abilities.
and team up to defeat Ragnaros and Nefarian. We're looking forward to the AQ war effort unlocking very, very soon here, which will lead right into the launch of the Encourage raid.
Sod
This will bring new
sucks.
changes and
Fuck you.
surprises that we can't wait to bring to you. Fun new mechanics, difficulty changes, new rewards. You know us well enough by now to know exactly how we'll mix it up as you wager your sanity for ancient Kiraji riches.
Beyond that, for Season of Discovery, we have one more phase to come. We previously announced we will progress through all the phases of the original Classic era. So get ready not only for Naxxramas, but new instance content featuring the Scarlet Crusade, as well as adventures in Deadwind Pass.
Unfortunately, it's in Sod.
Now,
I don't want to play that.
Cataclysm Classic, where we recently launched the legendary Firelands. You've undertaken difficult challenges, besting Ragnaros and his feet, and are hopefully a few steps closer to getting your very own Dragon Wrath staff.
Fuck that
We're looking
fucking
forward
weapon.
to bringing you the final phase of Cataclysm Classic when our Hour of Twilight patch and Dragon Soul raid launch early next year. I know you Classic players out there must be curious where we're going next. But let's be honest, you know where we're going next.
That's not what I thought. That's oh, my head hurts. That's dude, I can't wait. Like, I liked Mop when it released. I really did, and it got a lot of shit during its time. But I don't care to go back and play it today. Like, looking back, like, Mop was great. The PvP was awesome, blah, blah, blah. But I know if you released or played Mop today, it ain't gonna be that great. Not like, whoa, it's the best. Like, it's not. My opinion, of course. Waiting for Legion. Even Legion, I wouldn't care to go. No, don't care.
The Classic team is proud to announce that Missa Pandaria Classic is coming, and we can't wait to bring it to you next summer.
Like,
With
Mythic
its
Plus was cool
legendary
that it came
class
out of Legion,
design
but
and
I don't care to go
incredible raids
play
and
it.
Dungeons set amongst a gorgeous environment and backed by an unforgettable soundtrack. We'll be traveling back to experience all that Pandaria has to offer together.
Mr. Pandaria Classic is super exciting for all of us, as well as Season of Discovery, and we love that we'll continue to be on that journey with you. But we know we spend some time on the internet, and we've heard some of you out there, you want something fresh.
Which is why we are so pleased to announce that we are bringing you the classic experience. All new Fresh Realms with the WoW Classic 20th Anniversary Edition. And it's happening soon.
How soon, Clay?
Actually soon.
Not today. Fucking please.
These realms will be going live next week on
Thank
November
fucking God.
21st,
Okay.
You won't have to rush to level 60. Classic is all about
was
the
when
journey
I
after
first
all.
saw your
As we've made a
streams.
change,
Can
and our
we get
first
a
raid,
nostalgia
Molten Core,
stream?
won't unlock for a few weeks after launch.
We'll be launching realms of all flavors, PvP, normal PvE, and for the very first time, hardcore, which will progress through the phases in lockstep with the other two. This means a fresh start for everyone at the same time, together, on a level playing field with fresh economies on very large realms.
If you missed out on jumping into WoW Classic's initial launch in 2019, this is the perfect time to join our community. These servers will also launch with some of the quality of life features that came later on, like the Chronoboon Displacer to save your world buffs, and the improved
I'll
PvP
explain why
online ranking
I
system.
hate. God damn it!
Yes. We're also pleased to announce that these realms will progress to the Burning Crusade Classic.
That's cool. Wait, the hardcore realm too?
Launching these servers close to the exact date World of Warcraft came out 20 years ago, alongside all the work we're doing for Season of Discovery, Cataclysm Classic, and Mists of Pandaria Classic means so much to us. We love this game, and we love the community that has made Classic Realms their
boy.
home alongside their friends.
Hardcore TBC is
From
gonna
all
be
of us on the
fucked.
Classic team, thank you. This amazing journey is one that's been co-written by you, our incredible community.
Okay. So I'll try to explain why I don't like that. I think it's better to do phases, sure, but for OnlyFangs, phases is gonna fuck a lot of things
We're
up.
in the middle of such an incredible moment for World of
Maybe,
Warcraft.
maybe not. It depends on our pacing. It depends on a lot.
Off in August with the launch of the War Within, and we have been so excited to dive into the expansion alongside all of you. Whether you enjoy raiding, dungeons, delves, PvP, collecting appearances, pets and mounts, role-playing, or exploring the open world, we hope you found a part of Azeroth that brings you joy. It's humbling to be standing here on the eve of WoW's 20th anniversary. Looking back, 20 years ago, I was fresh out of school and I had just seen enough of the beta to know that I needed to play this game, and then immediately stopped to avoid spoiling the experience for myself. I'd booked a couple days off work for launch and was looking forward to really diving into Azeroth. But little did I know that my server would be offline for the first few days due to overwhelming demand. Shout out to Mal'Ganis. But even less could I imagine how this game would in so many ways define the rest of the course of my adult life. So, let's talk about what's coming up for World of Warcraft, starting with what's on the horizon. We have 1107 Siren Isle, which is currently up on our public test realms. This update will go live next month, and it has something for everyone. On the narrative front, this update includes epilogue quest lines for Dalaran and the Kirin Tor. No spoilers, but this storyline features the mysterious Haranir, who also played a starring role in our expansion release cinematic. We'll also get into the prologue for where we're going next, but more on that in a minute. 1107 also, of course, brings its namesake, the Siren Isle, a new outdoor environment to explore, full of mysteries to uncover, and rewards to help catch up your alts and prepare for the next War Within season ahead. Plunderstorm is returning, this time with a plunder store to give you more flexibility in earning your rewards instead of that linear renown track.
I wonder if they're going to change
Also
anything,
making
though.
a return will be the latest iteration of our Turbulent Timeways
New
event
spells.
and a Winter Veil revamp. We can't wait for you all to experience this update next month. As an additional treat, for those of you invested in the story of the War Within, we will be releasing a novella that explains exactly what happened to Jaina and Thrall after they left us. This novella is narrated by none other than Chris Metzen, and available today.
Narrated by Chris Metzen. Wow.
So, I know many of you have already seen 1107, but you have to be wondering where the War Within is going to take us after that. Okay, so following Xal'atath's trail is going to lead us to a location that I've been personally excited about since we first settled on the idea of an underground expansion. Undermine, the capital of the Goblins' trade empire. Fittingly, our name for the
I played on
11-1
Undermine,
patch
the server.
is Undermined with a D. Now, this is a
Wow.
city unlike any city we've seen before in World of Warcraft, standing as a testament to the intelligence and creativity of the goblins as masters of technology and alchemy. And as our adventures continue, we will learn more about goblin culture than ever before. What's important to them, what problems they're trying to solve, what they're capable of as a society. Everything that makes them truly unique, beyond the humor and the explosions. Though, just to be clear, there's going to be a whole lot of explosions. You'll arrive at an undermine that's plunged into conflict between the 4 major goblin cartels: Steamweedle, Blackwater, Bilgewater, and of course, the Venture Company. You will align yourself with a group of your choice and run into notorious goblins like Monty Gazlow, Renzik the Shiv, Baron Revelgaz, Marin Noggenfogger, and more. Now, if you're going to be in cahoots with a goblin cartel, you can't be seen rolling around in anything less than a
New
truly
mount?
blinged out ride. So early on, you'll earn a vehicle
Wait a
designed
second.
just for Undermine to push
Is
the
it
boundaries
drifting?
of locomotion within World of Warcraft.
Black Desert
Undermine
Online
was built
drifting?
for speed,
Mario
with
Kart?
roads designed for driving, which is just as well, because this car travels much, much faster than your regular ground mounts. You can also further adjust your car's driving characteristics. Do you prefer grip, or do you want to drift more? Do you want more acceleration, even if it's going to come at the expense of your top speed? That's up to you. You can try it all and rule the streets of Undermine, living your life 440 yards at a time.
That's pretty sick. I mean, depending if they do it right.
We'll also
You
be
can say
adding a new
words, but that doesn't mean
dungeon
it's going to be good.
Undermined, Operation Floodgate, which is a race to stop a group of goblins from blowing a dam that would bring ruin to the Ringing Deeps. This dungeon will also be immediately available as part of our new Season 2 dungeon pool on Heroic, Mythic, and Mythic Plus difficulties, alongside the 4 other launch dungeons and 3 returning legacy dungeons. Now, we'll have many more details in the weeks ahead, but I can tell you that one of those legacy dungeons, naturally, in light of our goblin theme here, is the Motherlode from Battle for Azeroth. Continuing to build upon one of our favorite parts of the War Within, this new zone brings with it 2 new delves for you to explore, and we're creating new variations on the existing delves. We're also introducing seasonal updates to Bran Bronzebeard, a new adversary to follow Zek Veer, and a new set of goblin-inspired curios for Bran. Of course, a new season also means a new raid zone. We have an 8-boss raid called the Liberation of Undermine coming your way, which takes you through the streets of the city and into the magnificent Galagio, brimming with color and extravagance that also hides the dark secrets of its owner, the one and only Gallywix. And for the arena PvPers out there, we're also introducing a new arena map set right amidst the city. Now, some of you may be wondering how Xalatath fits into all of this, and how goblin politics relate to the fate of our world soul. But rest assured, Undermine plays a vital role as a continuation, a next chapter in the many stories that are unfolding in the War Within. We will have a lot more to share on that front in the months ahead. And that is just the beginning of what we have planned for the next year. Now, as you can see, 2025 is going to be an incredible year for both modern and classic WoW players. As the World Soul Saga continues to unfold, we are reflecting on these past 20 years with immense gratitude as we lay the foundations upon which to build the next 20. On behalf of the entire World of Warcraft team, thank you so much for being the heart of the history of Azeroth. Whether you've just joined our community, been with us for the last 2 decades, or somewhere in between, thank you for making Azeroth your home.
Fuck you.
And speaking of home,
oh my God,
the team does have one more thing to share with you.
Green boots, Onyxia's helm, or Onyxia's head, Thunder Fury, next Rammus gear. What the fuck's happening? Oh. Player housing? What? Okay, so let me explain what.
Thank you for joining us today and for being with us for the past 3 decades. The Warcraft universe is a living, breathing world that's been experienced by over 250 million players around the globe. That's millions of stories of adventure, laughter, and true connection.
Fuck you, Sarth.
And as the
Fuck
years
you,
have
Grubby.
passed
I'm
and our communities have
angry.
grown and evolved, the statue behind us reminds us all how important Warcraft is and continues to be. It serves as a reminder of our shared passion for building Azeroth together. And it's you who truly bring Warcraft to life, our players, and the communities you are a part of. Thank you for being the lifeblood of this world that means so much to all of us. 30 years of history is the perfect foundation upon which we will build for the bright future ahead.
I'm gonna go
and
pee.
we can't wait to walk that road alongside you. And before we go, we want to share something very special.
What?
This September, 190 performers took to the stage to celebrate 20 years of World of Warcraft with a series of concerts in Switzerland. Prepare to dive back into the history of World of Warcraft through its incredible soundtrack performed live. And whether this music invokes cherished memories or you're hearing some of these pieces for the first time, we hope you enjoy the performance. Here's to the next 30 years.
Oh, God. Okay. So, yeah, hardcore fresh. Thank fucking God I don't have to filter every single sentence when I talk about WoW now, which is great. Yes, we're getting hardcore fresh.
Chickadee China, the Chinese chicken. You have a drumstick and your brain stops sticking.